Unemployment is one of the most challenging phases a person can experience in life. It affects not only finances, but also self-esteem, mental health, identity, and hope for the future. Losing a job or struggling to find one can make even the strongest individuals feel lost, anxious, and unsure of their worth. Yet, unemployment is not the end of your story. For many people, it becomes a turning point, a difficult chapter that ultimately leads to growth, clarity, and a better path forward. In this video, we will explore how to overcome unemployment step by step, emotionally, mentally, and practically. This is not just about finding another job, it is about surviving the uncertainty, rebuilding confidence, and transforming this period into an opportunity for renewal. 1. Understanding the emotional impact of unemployment. Before we talk about action plans and job applications, we must acknowledge something very important. Unemployment hurts. It hurts because work is not only a source of income, it is also tied to our identity, our sense of purpose, and our place in society. When a job disappears, many people begin to question their value. You may feel ashamed or embarrassed, anxious about money, afraid of the future, angry or resentful, depressed or unmotivated, isolated from others. These feelings are normal. They do not mean you are weak. They mean you are human. One of the biggest mistakes people make during unemployment is pretending they are fine while silently suffering inside. Suppressing emotions does not make them disappear. It only makes them stronger over time. Allow yourself to feel what you feel. Give yourself permission to grieve. Losing a job is a form of loss, and loss requires processing. 2. Separating your self-worth from your job title. One of the most dangerous traps of unemployment is believing this lie: if I don't have a job, I have no value. This is simply not true. Your job is something you do, it is not who you are. You were valuable before you got your first job. You are valuable even without a job, and you will still be valuable when you find your next one. Your worth is not defined by your salary, your job title, your productivity, or other people's expectations. When unemployment lasts longer than expected, people often internalize rejection. Every unanswered application feels personal. Every interview that leads to nowhere feels like proof of failure. But rejection is not a verdict on your character or intelligence. Often it has nothing to do with you at all. Budget cuts, internal candidates, timing, market conditions. Detaching your identity from your employment status is a critical step toward emotional survival and long-term resilience. 3. Creating structure in a time of uncertainty. When you have a job, your days have structure. When you lose that job, time can suddenly feel empty and overwhelming. Days blur together, sleep patterns break, motivation disappears. Without structure, unemployment can slowly drain your energy and mental health. That is why creating a daily routine is essential, even if you are not working. Your routine doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to exist. A simple structure might include waking up at the same time each day, morning exercise or stretching, dedicated job search time, learning or skill development, breaks and meals, time for rest and hobbies. Structure gives your brain a sense of control. It reminds you that you are still moving forward even when progress feels slow. 4. Managing financial stress with clarity, not fear. Money anxiety is often the heaviest burden of unemployment. It can keep you awake at night and cloud your decision-making. Ignoring finances doesn't make the problem go away. Facing them calmly does. Start by assessing your situation honestly. How much savings do you have? What are your essential monthly expenses? Where can you reduce costs temporarily? Are there any benefits, support programs, or temporary work options available? Creating a simple financial plan, even a basic one, can reduce panic and help you think clearly. This is not about blaming yourself for past choices. It's about responding wisely to the present reality. Remember, being careful with money now doesn't mean you will struggle forever. It means you are protecting your future. 5. Reframing unemployment as a transition, not a failure. Many people see unemployment as a personal failure, but in reality, it's a transition. Industries change, companies restructure, markets shift, technology evolves. Sometimes unemployment is a signal, not that you are inadequate, but that something in your career path needs adjustment. This period can become a pause that allows you to ask important questions. Do I want to continue in the same field? What kind of work actually fulfills me? What skills do I want to develop? What kind of life do I want in the long term? Some of the most successful people in the world experienced unemployment before finding their true direction. At the time, it felt devastating. In hindsight, it was necessary. 6. Investing in skills instead of waiting in fear. One of the most empowering things you can do during unemployment is invest in yourself. The job market rewards skills, adaptability, and continuous learning. While you may not be earning money right now, you can still be building value. Ask yourself, what skills are in demand in my industry? What skills can I learn online for free or low cost? What have I always wanted to learn but never had time for? Online courses, certifications, tutorials, and practice projects can transform your confidence and employability. Learning gives you momentum. It turns waiting into progress. Even one new skill can open doors you didn't know existed. 7. Improving your resume and personal story. Your resume is not just a list of jobs, it's a story of your experience, strengths, and potential. Unemployment gaps don't automatically disqualify you. What matters is how you explain them. Instead of seeing gaps as shameful, frame them as periods of growth, skill development, freelance work, personal projects, caregiving, learning, or self-improvement. Honesty combined with confidence is powerful. Practice telling your story without apology. Employers respond to clarity and self-awareness, not perfection. 8. The power of networking without shame. Many people avoid networking because they feel embarrassed about being unemployed. This is a mistake. Networking is not begging, it is connecting. Most jobs are not found through online applications alone. They are found through conversations, referrals, and relationships. Reach out to former colleagues, friends, alumni, industry groups, online communities. You do not need to ask for a job directly. Simply ask for advice, insights, or a conversation. People are more willing to help than you think, especially if you approach them with sincerity and respect. It is not weak, it is wise. 9. Protecting your mental health during the job search. Long-term unemployment can damage mental health if left unchecked. Warning signs include constant fatigue, loss of interest in things you once enjoyed, negative self-talk, social withdrawal, hopelessness. If you notice these signs, you are not broken, you are overwhelmed. Take mental health seriously. Talk to someone you trust. Limit doom scrolling and comparison. Take breaks from job searching when needed. Seek professional help if possible. Your mental health is not a luxury, it is a foundation. 10. Avoiding comparison and social pressure. Social media can be especially painful during unemployment. You see others getting promotions, starting new businesses, traveling, celebrating milestones. It is easy to feel left behind. But social media shows highlights, not struggles. Everyone has unseen battles. Your timeline is not wrong, it is just different. Comparison steals peace and distorts reality. Focus on your own path, your own pace, your own progress. 11. Maintaining hope when progress is slow. One of the hardest parts of unemployment is not knowing when it will end.
You may apply to dozens of jobs and hear nothing. You may attend interviews that lead nowhere. You may feel like your efforts are invisible. Progress during this phase is often quiet and delayed. Just because you cannot see results yet does not mean nothing is happening. Seeds grow underground before they break the surface. Consistency matters more than speed. 12. Finding meaning beyond employment. While work is important, it is not the only source of meaning in life. Use this time to reconnect with family, health, creativity, values, passions. A balanced identity makes you more resilient, not less ambitious. When your entire sense of self depends on a job, losing it can destroy you. When your identity is broader, you can bend without breaking. 13. Preparing for your return to work. Eventually, this phase will end. When it does, you may return to work with greater self-awareness, stronger skills, deeper empathy, clearer priorities. Unemployment can humble you, but it can also strengthen you. Many people return to work more focused, grateful, and intentional than ever before. 15. A message to those who feel hopeless right now. If you are listening to this and feel stuck, tired, or hopeless, hear this. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are not a failure. You are in a difficult chapter, but chapters end. Your life is bigger than this moment. Your future is not canceled. Your value has not disappeared. Keep going, one step, one day, one application, one breath at a time. 15. Conclusion. Turning unemployment into transformation. Unemployment is painful, there is no denying that, but it does not define you, it does not erase your potential, and it does not determine your future. With patience, self-compassion, and steady effort, this period can become a foundation, not a scar. One day you may look back and realize this was not the end, this was the beginning of something better.